Hi, friends. Power. How can we embody our innate power that has never been taken away from us? It's our natural state. The true state of empowerment is the state of healing, is the state of enlightenment. It's being present with yourself, your true self, without stories, without ideas, without illusions. And that's the highest service you can ever give to the world, your own liberation, your own empty consciousness filled with love and clear seeing. Seeing everyone by their essence, by innocence, and have discernment to the intentions, to the illusions, and the projections that others may play out. But from this state of complete power, of complete knowing, of your true freedom, of your infinite worth and love, you become a vessel and a channel for consistent service in any situation. And when power is in the hearts of people, beings that are service to others, that's how we create an exquisite timeline of joy, of freedom, of love. Let's dive deep into the topic of projection and how this relates to power and how you can catch yourself when you are creating a projection into something or someone. Few people really connect intimately with someone else. To connect intimately with someone, one must see the other person without the story or projection of what the person would represent to you, of what you want to get out of the situation. If you're coming from a place of getting, if you're coming from a place of needing validation, of needing safety, of wanting to be seen, you're not connecting intimately to that person because you're trying to get something out of it. Then you're not coming from power, you're coming from lack, you're coming from force. I'm referencing to Power versus Force, the comparison that Dr. David R. Hawkins, is a great book. I highly recommend it, made on this subject. So the only way you can actually relate intimately to someone is if you come from a place of unconditional love. If you're highly aligned with yourself and you know that you're there to give or to learn or to be as you are in the moment, then you would have no projection, no idea, and no story about the other person, which in the absolute level is you, but we're playing here in the relative realms. And when you come from that place of knowing that you are that embodiment and the other person is you, and you're there just to learn, play, it's like watching a movie. Then you're connecting with the essence of the person, with the soul of the person. And any illusions that the other person holds will instantly drop because by holding that presence, they cannot stay there. There is no darkness. There's just the absence of light. And presence is love. Presence is light. And in that presence, the shadows can't stay because the sun illuminates right through them. And it may feel uncomfortable for the person at first because I've been in that situation in the other side of the spectrum where shit just comes up and illusions play out. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? But you are not the illusion. You are not the story. You are the power behind it. So when you catch yourself in every single scene, what's my intention here? Why am I speaking? Why am I in this gathering? Why am I trying to give? Then every scene plays out for the maximum benefit of all the participants, of all the souls, for the highest timeline and the fastest evolution of your soul in this incarnation. If you're committed to that, I'm committed to full presence, full power, full enlightenment, full knowing, embodiment of truth, beauty, freedom. So when you come from this power, this knowing, everything else that you think you want will instantly come to you because you would be in the frequency of your highest self. It's complete alignment with higher self. You would see everyone how the one infinite creator sees them. I like to use the word God, but I know that it has a lot of subtleties or perceptions for some people, so I think it's kind of tricky. But the one infinite creator, source, God, love, infinity, however you want to call that higher power, you start seeing the world as that higher power because you're in alignment with it. And then your ego becomes like your little pet, and you bring your pet around, and it's even your vessel becomes that karmic wind-up toy, and you see the thoughts and they just pass, but you are in alignment with that God consciousness. So it doesn't have power over you. You have power over it, and you have fun. It's like bringing all your aspects with you into the table, and they're all in complete harmony, like the carousel analogy I use in one of my videos. And you're in that wholeness. You're whole and complete, and you can see all the aspects and how to play with that wholeness for the highest benefit of that scene. That scene means any interaction, may it be at work, may it be a social situation, may it be with your partner, may it be interacting with yourself in meditation, questioning your thoughts. And that's the state of true power. Just being completely empty, even in the interactions with yourself, so you can see yourself clearly. You can see where you're coming from. You can see your thoughts. You can see your intentions. You can harness all your energy. You can use all that power, all that life force, and channel it into what excites you, which is a complete reflection of your soul's mission. Because if it excites you, then that means that that's your soul mission for this incarnation. You're not scattered anymore. You don't have leakages of energy. You don't give power to the thought forms, or some people call them entities, but it's just a thought form that had power before because it got repeated so much into a feedback loop that it crystallized in consciousness. But we're decrystallizing those thought forms, so it becomes like water, and then you're way more floaty, you're way more smooth, and you can serve through sensations and through consistent present moments, which doesn't feel like even relevant to say present moment right now, because it's like foreverness. It's not even present moment. It's like a consistent foreverness of appearances and sensations and personalities and reflections. And it's just like a whole game, and it's fun as fuck. And it can be painful and hard at times when you're transcending the illusions, but it's fun if you find that sweet spot of the background of the absolute knowing of what you truly are, plus knowing how to do the work while navigating into the mundane. Then it's like you live in consistent bliss. Like even pain is blissful because you see it as the shredding of those delusions, distortions, or the shredding of that karma, which is just belief in action. You playing out the beliefs you adopted in these, or who knows for how many lifetimes. And we're liberating ourselves from that karma so you can be in your true embodiment of power and knowing and presence and confidence, which is your natural state. And if you are granted that wish to be in that natural state, and you receive it because you own it, because it never left you, it's because you're worthy of it. You're all worthy of that embodiment, of that truth, of that freedom, and to use it for good. You wouldn't have the wish or the desire to own this if you didn't have the full intention of use it for service to others. So we must stand in that truth. Open our throat chakras. Be that expression of wisdom. Be that expression of the light. That's it for today, my friends. I love you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for being here with me. If you would like to connect, You can do so by clicking the link in my bio, or if you're in YouTube, in the links on the descriptions. And I'll be so honored to play some reflection games with you. Much love.